Like, she said the quiet part out loud. She literally said that women who swirl or women who fall into that movement are left over and looked over. Put another way, literally saying that these ladies are the ones that black men aren't given no attention to. Put another way, she's saying that these ladies are black men's leftovers. I'm like, did you mean to say that? Was that like a Freudian slip? Was guys, I think I triggered the pink pill, and it was not intentional. Now, I want to bring you guys into a recent interaction I had with this content creator. So, I shared a tweet on my ex sometime last week, and it read, "Black women have been sleeping with white men for over 5 centuries, and it still hasn't empowered black people." Reminder that swirling is not a liberation strategy. Now, to be clear, I stand behind that tweet 10 toes down. I would not change a thing that I said, and I am in full agreement with that. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that black women who are in interracial relationships are horrible people and they need to be shamed and that I think they're terrible individuals. No such thing. What I said specifically is that swirling, or put another way, sex with white men, is not a liberation strategy.
White women, if they date a black man, they're wrong. But if a black woman find her a rich white man, right on, sister, black power.
And this is largely a response to things that I am seeing.
I was cheating, and the guy was white, and he like sped off real fast because he was scared, right?
She gonna black man, a white man.
Reparations. So as we kept going, let's finish. Can I finish?
White gets reparations for black women? Are you saying that?
Yes, I am saying that.
I'm out of. That's the name of this episode, y'all. White gets reparations for black women. She said it.
Like, I don't just like wake up and just think about these things as much as it is I am reacting and responding to some very, very toxic and dangerous trends that continue to be proliferated all across the internet. So, in response to these kinds of videos, these kinds of trends that are going on in Trump era 2025, I just feel the urgency to remind black women that sex with white men has never been a liberation strategy. Put another way, assimilating, sleeping with white men does not keep you from being black. You are still a black woman in America, in the West, if you decide to date a white man. Like, nothing is going to change that. Nothing. It's never been a way to empower black women or black communities or black anything. In fact, the historical implications of swirling have been anything but that. The historical implications have actually been things that lead to the destruction of black people. And again, I'm not saying that being in interracial relationships is necessarily that, but I'm saying if we are to see swirling as a political endeavor, majority of the instances that I've seen that include black women and white men have actually led to destruction, going all the way back to slavery, like bringing up the African woman at that time who collaborated with European colonizers through marriage. And then, don't even get me started on Cleopatra, anyone? Like, what did her sleeping with women do? So I'm just saying, like, if your strategy for empowering black people is sleeping with Brad, stop. White men are not the ticket to black female liberation. They're not, especially if you're not actively involved in trying to procreate black kids or black women, or at least pushing for reality that would do that. So that was the spirit of what I was saying, right? So she decided to respond. And, I wasn't even thinking about her when I made that tweet, but Swirlingl Kerosene is very much responsible, or is very much a pioneer in the swirling and divesting space today. Now, I know she doesn't necessarily agree with the way that it's completely gone off haywire, but as far as being one of the first voices in the social media, in the digital space, to really push for this reality, and she has books on it. She's had multiple different initiatives. Some of you guys probably know more than me. She's been very influential in this space. Without her, a lot of these channels, a lot of these content creators wouldn't be there if she hadn't gone before them. But with that said, she decided to respond to me. Okay, so let's see what Miss Kerosene had to say. So her response to me, it's not, but it is a viable alternative for millions of black women left over and looked over. I'll read that again. She said, it's not, but it is a viable alternative for millions of Black women left over and looked over, who still want a committed husband and family. It's not a solution. It's a choice based on circumstances that are outside of our control. Try to be understanding for once instead of always mocking us. I'm glad you have your Black partner. I honor and respect your choice. You should try it sometime. So, shout out to Kristen Terrazin. Shout out to her for her responding to my ex. I did not know that she was going to grace me with her presence, but she has. So shout out to her. Now, what I find fascinating about this tweet is, she said the quiet part out loud. I don't know if she meant to say this. I don't know if she was intending to say this or if she's recognizing this, but within the first sentence, she literally said that women who swirl or women who fall into that movement are left over and looked over. Put another way, literally saying that these ladies are the ones that Black men are given no attention to. Put another way, she's saying that these ladies are Black men's leftovers. I'm like, did you mean to say that? Was that like a Freudian slip? Cause to me, the way I'm reading that, and y'all, let me know if I'm wrong, cause maybe I'm completely misinterpreting this. I could be completely off. The way I'm reading that seems like she just showed her hand. These women feel like they're left over, they don't have a place in the Black community, so they're going elsewhere. And I'm like, so that basically you're saying these ladies are femcells who didn't start a race? Is that what you're alluding to? And I don't know if swirlers would want to hold that, if they would want to hold that reputation, but okay. Did she just say the quiet part out loud? So I found that fascinating. I'm like, whoa, did you mean to say that? You did. Now you move on. She says, okay, it's a viable option for those who basically want a family, all the different stuff. Now, again, remember, my context of my initial tweet was that swirling is not a political strategy. It's not empowerment. I didn't say that swirling is bad or swirling doesn't mean that swirling can never lead to marriage or can never lead to family or legacy or success with a family. I didn't say that. Like I said, I will always support two healthy individuals who love each other and aren't doing some weird fetishizing BS and aren't going out of their way to castigate Black folks or other communities every chance they get. Now, as I mentioned before, I've always found this fascinating because Black men still by and large are the ones who are the most likely to date and marry Black women. They are. Now, there are, studies showing that I think the trend is starting to change with the young generations. First of all, Gen Z is, in general, they're younger, but they're just moving differently. They are not so race loyal. They are not dating as much, period. Marriage is on the decline across all races. So we're seeing some changes, but by and large, races still tend to just be race loyal. We've had how many decades of assimilation, and the interracial marriage rate has barely budged. Some people like to argue numbers, whatever, but I'm saying as a general trend, we haven't seen a huge increase of mixed race families and mixed race population that have success and legacy and wealth and are so successful. We haven't seen that. Now you see there's interracial sex is definitely there. Interracial kids are certainly there. But as far as, white men taking on Black women as wives or whatever, honestly, white men have a higher tendency to date white Latinas and Asians. Black women are usually last on the list when it comes to swirling. So again, I'm just saying these things because these are just, we're talking about probability. The probability that Black women have is still to work it out with Black men. It's not to say that they can't find success with other men. It's not to say that they can't find happiness with other men. But what I'm saying is, if you're dating out because you feel left over, that is, in my opinion, that is not a way to set yourself up to have a happy, successful relationship with a non-Black man, because men tend to value women based upon the way that they get along in their own community. Put another way, men are not looking for a charity case. So if you're just trying to date a white man because you can't get along with Black men, you spend all your time castigating or insulting and talking about how horrible Black men are, you're coming with baggage and trauma. That's not a level up. Now, it's different if like you have healthy interactions with men in your community, you have good relations, you are a positive person, then a man may be like, okay, we see that you are well respected in your own community. Maybe you'll be able to now improve ours. But if you're trying to escape a burning building, you're gonna have some smoke. You're gonna have some residue. And you're trying to bring that into a white man, into other races. Like, to me, that doesn't seem like a level up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this whole idea of being leftover and the leftovers going is like, wow, is that what we're doing here? Now, with that said, I wanted to have this conversation because I read this and I'm like, this sounds horrible. But I wanted to have a conversation with her and being like, okay, there's many things that I've heard over the years of hers there's many things that I've heard from her over the years that I don't agree with, right? But I am always open to new information. I'm always open to a conversation, and I could be wrong. Like, I could be misunderstanding things. So I responded to her and I said, hi there, would you like to come on and talk about this on my platform? I'd love to discuss why you believe Black women dating out is the most viable solution in 2025. She responds, honestly, no. Only because I've seen what you have said about me in the past, and I know that the conversation will never be in good faith. Audience capture will not allow it to be any other way. And then so I responded, okay, in the meantime, I'll respond via video. If your mind ever changes, I'm always open to a conversation, or I'm happy to chat on a neutral platform. Cheers. So I wanted to have the conversation. I've done a few videos in the past where I reacted to some of her content. I have literally nothing against her. I don't know her, so I don't like hate her or think she's a horrible person. But there's things that she said that I don't agree with and I find problematic, and so I've addressed those things. But like I said, I'm always open for a good discussion, but she just doesn't seem like she wants to have the conversation. So I am left with no other option but to respond in video. Now, if things changes and she is open to a conversation, or maybe if we can find a platform that appears to be more neutral, we can talk. Because I'm really curious, especially with someone like her who's been she's been involved in this for so long. I mean, longer than I am even fully aware. A lot of these swirler people pages, they wouldn't even be there if she hadn't paved the way for them to have access and have opportunity. So with that sense, it's like, okay, I'd love to talk with a thought leader for her to talk about or share what's going on, how does swirling and divesting work in 2025, the Trump era, with the obvious attack against Black communities and Black women specifically who've lost their jobs, who are struggling in multiple ways. What does that look like? We'd love to have the conversation. As it stands, she doesn't seem to be interested, so I was left with no other option but to respond in video. With that said, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this interaction? What do you guys think about her post? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye!
I'm really excited to announce my new kids book, Aisha Learns to Love Her Hair. Aisha's hair is stunning, but she struggles to see its beauty. Through encouragement and wisdom from Grandma Lily, Aisha learns powerful lessons about self-acceptance. Aisha's journey is a heartwarming tale of family, culture, and confidence. Share her magical journey with your little loved one today, available for purchase.